Joining season 2 of The Cleaning Lady, we know you can't say too much, but what should audiences know about your character?
There's no other way of saying this, really. In all honesty, he isn't anything other than a malign influence, I guess, on the other characters. He can't help but be that.
So many dynamic characters to life on the screen. What was it about Robert and this particular project that attracted you to it?
The project itself had a kind of, it had this visceral punch. It was like a heart and soul, really, which the actors brought to it. I mean, that's what I reacted to first. And the character of Robert, it's interesting to play someone who is ostensibly human. He's a human being, flesh and blood, but has almost a kind of, at least to me, a sort of supernatural force that's very dark.
Is there more freedom when you're playing a character who is so different from you, or is that more or less challenging?
I mean, I'm a parent. I have children, and that has changed me as a human being, in a good way, I have to say. So to explore the mind of somebody who's utterly self-obsessed or is incapable of empathy is yeah, I guess, if you're really feeling it, a bit of a stretch, isn't it? Because there's a kind of psychosis there.
It's always interesting when you're joining a project that has a season under its belt and playing a character like Robert, who has a history with two other characters. What was your preparation like as you got ready to step into his shoes? And what can you tease about that dynamic and working with Eva and Aiden as you brought that to life?
I was very happy to be able to talk with Ava about our backstory, because it's almost like rehearsal. Even if you don't see it on the screen, there should be a sense that these people have a shared history.
Yeah,
it has to be there, and that was very important, that we had that before we actually shot any scenes together. But in terms of his influence on the other characters, he's so incredibly manipulative that it's a kind of sort of insidious quality that hopefully just happens without forcing it. It's something that, it's an insidiousness, a way of inserting himself into events and people's emotions that just happens by itself, almost. Apart from that, it was important for me as an actor to know that I was making a contribution to the story.
Yeah.
Because this is a piece and he's part of a puzzle.
This show is known for creating moments that stay with audiences. Is there a particular scene or episode that you're really excited for audiences to see when season 2 drops?
Oh God, that's hard, because like in every episode that you get, there's like a shift, that moves the story forward in a way that you haven't quite anticipated. In a general sense, I think what happens in terms of the drama is that it acquires a new kind of depth, if you like, that's rather twisted, which is interesting to watch.
Family is such a huge theme within this show. How are you able to build the bond with your fellow cast members as you join the cast?
The fact that they're all great people, that there's a kind of easiness and a relaxation on set, which you don't normally have. And I think that's what it makes the working process somewhat easier than normal.